Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet, sweet mamas alone. Now we all for come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, oh yeah, now we for turn up Tanga one inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok.
From the streets of it down to the world beyond, we the yarn about the things we the hold strong. Political talks we know go shine, migration stories should.
Yes, family, una welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where they come through the Komon-Tok platform. And just like any other day inside the Komon-Tok, we know they're done with Komon-Tok. You know that. For far too long in the history of this country, we are big man there now. If he born in Pikid over 65 years, you know, so a big man now, not so. In fact, a retirement age now, not so. Is supposed to be a well-responsible person at that age. For be well-responsible, no question, no argument, except when he be there in young one, a trade in youthfulness or in trade in feature for Tinder or for Kukuya or for penny. Now, just like if we put them by a country, we there in what they say the crossroad. However, even at this time where we're in a very difficult situation, there are people that we still believe say we can able to turn things around. Why would they bring out all this? We see today Maada Bio commission a ports, CTC them ports, Namafoki, and these are the same ports local end. When Maada Bio promised the people of this country 50 factories, this not tell me words. And apart from that, we see the saga where it don't take place or where they go on between Koide Holdings, Fatima. But mind you, I just want to remind you, not to Koide Holdings no more, they mine na Salon. We get CTC, we get Koide Holdings, we get Gerald, and we get, I think, SOE. All of them company they make, they shock, they make billions and yes, they and they talk about billions and billions and billions of dollars and they make. It's not a joke. Whilst we they going bigger, for me then give me $480 million, we're not even reach $500 million. Whilst we get resources with private enterprises and they make billions and billions. I don't know if you understand, they get me. How, you know, you try to understand how is it, what is going on? What are they now? Why this they happen? Well, one key thing where they are bugged into here, it's because of privatization. Well, tonight we're there with Reggie Cole, master dream builder. This is somebody we're passionate about or change the dynamics or probably help share your idea or put a case for say, I think it's high time, if we don't try something for a very long time, not it work, what is wrong if we try the other one where there is a blueprint? There is, wouldn't they say, like a proof, economic proof. If they're around where you go point, you get for car help we. You don't do a thorough presentation wherein we get for can see some numbers there. And moving forward, it's not just about Sierra Leone. It's about what they say case studies where you go even borrow from the Western communities, the Western world, and other places. And just to make the point more clear, we know for let information stick now we brain, it take time. We have for seller, talker, until person realize it. Because look, change that thing way, not it just come like that. It's a process. And during the process, there are a lot of things we need to do. And one key thing we for remember is sensitization. Well, the sensitization is connected like what they say you do adverts. Tonight, you can get perhaps another fresh idea why the country in this condition and what will they do as a nation to change the dynamics. Well, if time permits, we might discuss about this more or less, talk about Pope, say the Vatican, they don't elect new Pope. But any discussion, they go say, then bypass the black people, then give somebody will they lesser 5 years behind those 3 cardinals that we're supposed to forget. But talk on us. Pay attention now. We're small corner them. Don't forget about us. Certainty. Lord, just be practical. That place, it was not meant. And I don't know if in our generation. But anyway, as you see, always we jam-packed. In the international stage, of course, Pakistan and India, we go draw a little bit. If you just join me for the first time, you're more than welcome. With a different sound, we did now YouTube, maybe also I see for the first time, and now for join we easy, click the subscribe button, turn the notification bell each time we come, we go send you an alert. And we also did on Facebook and Instagram with the same name, Komon-Tok. Me now, Mr. Komon-Tok. When we come, they can show you, or maybe welcome the big man. But they can just now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go mix alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go.
All right. Yes. We what you go say? We not go. I think it go fear enough for those to say. Make yourself comfortable instead of welcome, or go do both. Which one you prefer? You prefer both, or you prefer individual? Which one you want to take? While I welcome you, while I say let feel comfortable, or one you want to call?
No, comfortable is fine.
All right. Pambulan, that's not the master dream builder over under. Of course, you don't need introduction. But as always, we expect for let we do for do not to say. Sharing is caring. Please consider that. And they begin the fun now. If you know, they know the know they share. Not ask me how they know, but they pass that system.
We'll get Pegasus. We'll learn time from Maada.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead. You get the platform.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. This is the Master Dream Builder. I hope so. I do well. Lord, enjoy this show. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, share wide. Let we can get some information. We're irrefutable. That means it cannot be denied. You can't argue it. So just like gravity. I don't know what they can talk about tonight. On a good evening. Let me enjoy the show. Mr. Komon-Tok, over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. So I know you pack some, what I'm going to say, serious information. But as always, Naya, we can go into history and we come back. Why? Because once sets. There are a lot of things that they go around, and sometimes we caught up along the line, forget this, but at least 110, the internet not forget. We go forget, but the internet not forget. So today we see Maada Bio, the commission, a port. Let me just share and for let people and see. It could just take 2 minutes. Don't waiting that you take on this one. And from there, the 50 factories that we promise. And from there now, kind of the real case studies and the message will be get for Salon people. But they can't just now fumble. Let me take this events take place today. They can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. Thank you.
With great honor and delight, I now commission the Loko report.
Thank you very much. A round of applause. We will now proceed for the unveiling.
The CTC Port Logistics SFPZ Loko report officially commissioned by His Excellency Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, on the 9th of May 2025. The milestone in advancing Sierra Leone Boston logistics infrastructure.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for His Excellency for the unveiling. Yes, His Excellency will now switch.
All right, so Pambul, we go put this one in full. I think the most important part when I don't say I don't go inaugurate or commission the port. What's your take first on this one before we continue? 50 million, by the way, this is $50 million.
Yes, $50 million for what? What is it? 50 million.
Yeah, for constructor. Yeah, the port, the Mafoki port.
So they spend $50 million a one-time expenditure for take at least $500 million every year. Now, to that only makes sense. You know, the thing where we can talk about just quickly, waiting them people are bring apart from waiting them people are bring, then bring money, then bring the machinery, and then bring the management. For can't do waiting, for can't take waiting we get from we soil. Me they tell you see, who's I miss it also right now. We will forget the money, that 50 million day. We will forget the minds, the people that were able to do that job around the world, and we will forget the machinery. So why do we need to give it always again the same playbook to private to foreign hands and private hands? But I don't know what they can talk about today. So for me, not impressed. You know, make no difference. It's just more of the same.
All right. Okay. I just want go back. I see people in the jubilates. I see people in the clap for this project to take place. But this is the same place where Maada Bio go promise people. Let's just take yourself into history quickly. They can't just now.
The airport na longe. We not vote for lie. We not vote for waiting when I don't see and waiting when I vote for when I young picking. When I get the vice president, I not vote for him. I've been saying I blow mine. Now yeah no more. Over 50 factories then they get for the Naya. 50 factories. 50 factories. We've been telling I dissolve the campaign for the by-election. When I still say when I know they vote for we. And they vote for Lai. Now, when I get the opportunity again, when I not vote for myself, when I get an opportunity for sure say, yes, when I don't get sense. Not to call out they take care of now. Me, self, the first work where I do as soldier, who say me boss them, he say me. Now this for local district, now they are work first. Now they are left, say self and left soldier. Me na longer person. If you not want for disown me, this time round, I dey look for Loko when I vote. Not true. This is not power development. We therefore make sure that we understand, because what's the map now, he find then one day when they bring that to there, made them know say you got the.
All right, okay. Back to you now, the studio. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right, okay. Back to you. Like I said, this not so it painful. You know, say them parts of the country where they live, citizens, they're not they tolerate nonsense. What could have gone wrong for let somebody don't go promise now 50 factories? We're not even seeing one. Then go commission just support where what 50 million, as you say, those guys could possibly be making more than $500 million on an annual revenue generation, and people they can't just even remember. Some might not even remember themselves. They tell them talk this. What's your take generally, or is this just the same pattern of politicians generally? It's maybe just not just typical of Maada Bio, successive governments, and so they play on the minds of Sierra Leone. What's your take?
The take is we don't have the crop of students of 1977 anymore. Waiting they non-successfully do to not talk proper Creole, the average man down here on our base. When they not successfully do is then don't water down education, then don't water down the minds of the people, but most importantly, they don't keep them hungry. Even in the days when we did upline, I remember Mami Fatu na Kambul Street. Within 60 cents to Waliun, able for go na the market day by Dunia, able for buy, good food stuff where they can cook some nice cassava leaves, to the point where they even share with like we will get food. You can call Ebo, Ejuna Kambo, Unaka able for share. Now it's like saying there's a Sierra Leone now where people in the struggle forget 1 meal a day. So for them, any little entertainment, any little possibility of food, don't put everything else aside. There's no room to think. They are below, if you talk about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, they're not even then at the ladder. There's no security. There's no physiological needs. The basic needs are not being met. When you get a beautiful girl that gives herself to prostitution, that is part of the story. The basic needs are not being met. So that's how human beings self-stand. If the basic needs are not being met, I'm going to lend myself. I'll give you a short story. There's a movie out there. I don't even watch the movie. It's so dreadful to me. That a couple of boys, a set of people went to climb a mountain. But not true movie. Not true story. Yeah. Then a couple of them party, then freeze to death. Something happened, then freeze to death. Then begin eat them party, then flesh. When you're desperate, you will do things that you normally would not think. Then begin cut them party because they wanted survival. That's where we are in Sierra Leone. 98 or 99% of the population are on emergency survival. Red alert. That's the issue.
All right. Would you push on this one? Now you get a lot of information in this slide. Then let's just see which of the pages we will start from. As let me just move on to your. You want to start with this one first and try to explain why privatization is bad. What are your arguments in this? Because a lot of the time we know, say for anything there is pros and cons. There is merit, there is demerit. In as much as you so passionate about this, I'm sure there's good thing about this, but you look like say you are focused more on the why the sudden change, or is that something where throughout your life you already don't understand this since way this school say privatization is not the way forward, or not something just change along the line?
No, okay. So thank you very much for asking that question. So let me make this very, very clear. I grew up under conservative values, under the Republican Party through the Amway business, very heavily influenced by the Amway business. So in the Amway business, they used to teach us, oh, you know, free enterprise, fair enterprise, fair enterprise. But as you grow older, you start to realize, hold on a minute, hold on. I'm not here to be brainwashed. I'm not here to be brainwashed. What is actually going on? Then you find out, say, the Amway Corporation, great corporation, but anyway, they were the biggest contributors to the Republican Party. They were the biggest.
Okay.
You can go back and look at the 90s. But they were one of the people that were going to propagate this particular privatization stuff. So from then, I begin questioning it. But then, obviously, as I became successful in my own right, I begin questioning even more. Say, what's not this privatization and who benefits? The fact of the matter is, your trains will run, your water would run, your electricity would run. But you not to get the financial benefit with that privatization they're supposed to do to you. That's the issue. The issue is not lack of service. It's not about delivery. All the things will be there. But are you getting the financial benefit where God, you know, for example, the Bobona Katawe born inheritance at the oil we go to give them. Then they put onto good use, and later on we'll see about that in this slides. But we first through slavery, then colonization, then now where we don't colonize ourselves voluntarily, because that's all I could say. Would they let them people can put 50 million, one-time expense of 50 million, to take 500 million every year for as long as it takes? How, on whose book does that make sense? Okay, before we go further, just so for the listener and the somebody where they watch, waiting at this privatization, let's break and down first, because it's still being confused with private sector, when are two different things. Privatization, that the transfer of public-owned assets. Waiting at public-owned assets. If you burn a salon, the diamonds, the bauxite, the iron ore is what we call public asset. Now, Uda own public asset. The public asset is not owned by the parliament or state house. You, within a Yengema, you within a Yile, you within a Binkolo, now you own that public asset. In this short clip, you can see so just now, they don't take that public asset there now for 50 million, they don't get into Chinese man. This is the issue. So all the gain, whether public asset that they get, you know they get them. Waiting at the full now with, because we talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, then the full now with the jobs. Hold on. What jobs? I want something that builds my share equity, my shareholders' equity, you know, for something when I'm me owner. Telling me about jobs does not help me. I need more than jobs because I was born into this wealth. You know, you can't. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for the sake of argument, I better go through a paper where Magensin and Utah be writing. I think that's about 2001, where they argue about how privatization actually they change the economy of a country, depend on the leadership and how na manager. Because as you say, when they can inject money, money in itself, we know how. If you know how money work, how to make money. In the sense, waiting they create income, it will make the difference. The argument will be try for puts are that when private entity then can, like for example, can pump money in a salon, okay, let's say 50 million. If that 50 million, government of the country use and judiciously use and the appropriate one investor, reinvest in a manner in which actually therefore do potentially they could even get more benefits than even they're not going for pay tax anyway, like when it's ever top, because they're not the government. So they can even compete by even taking from private entity and make more money. What about the arguments there? You think, say, maybe a little bit, what's this is a paper where I will send for you, if you just in case you want read, but what are you think? You get anything contrasting this? You know, if you say there is sense, serious position on this one?
No, sir. No, sir. Okay, let's talk about what's real, because this one, somebody will say, and I suppose it is supposed, you don't know the facts. Okay, let's talk about something that's real that we can quantify. Giral Holdings gave the Maada Bio government.
You all go to that page there?
No, well, you can go there. You can go there. It's fine.
No, if you want to go, because if
okay,
he
yeah, you keep going. You keep going.
Yeah, if he will go come back now, yeah, but if you just want make it point, let people and just see. Okay. Okay, I think one more slide. Okay, not no, yeah, I think no.
It's similar like this. I think you need this one.
All right.
This one.
Go ahead.
Okay. So Jewel Holdings gave Salone government $10 million. Now, don't forget, when me they talk the numbers here, so for the listening ear, me don't build a £120 million business inside the United Kingdom. So this sort of money to me. Jewel Holdings give Salone government $10 million in December 2021. The activities, according to their own report, where we find the activities in 2022 give them $6.7 billion. That $6.7 billion is sitting in a place called Tortola, British Virgin Island, and some are sitting in Cayman Islands, and some are sitting in Switzerland. None is sitting in Tonkolili. What kind of deal is that? They give you $10 million this year. They work for 12 months. They're able to take $6.79 billion from Tonkolili, where happen to be the third poorest district in Sierra Leone. Komon-Tok, there's no deal. There's no, let's tell you something. Today, why they talk to you so. Just before we come to this show, just before I go have me shower, because me I can have shower. Hey, when I go there now, I can go have shower at the camp and shower, even though nobody near me for whatever. But I like to feel fresh. Just before I cancel, check it on the news. Donald Trump don't block NASA, them budget. It don't transfer 1 billion. Guess to that transfer the 1 billion. Guess. So
in private company?
Waiting not the person. Guess who that
Elon Musk?
Thank you. This is privatization. He stopped NASA, them budget. Go look at it, cut her off and pass on to Elon Musk. Why did he do that? Because Elon Musk gave him 250 million for like win election. Can you see the game? It does not work. It's a big scam on people.
So again, so what if actually? Okay, anyway, I understand side you go. I know I just put this up for the sake of argument because these statistics we put under is shocking. Honestly, because sometimes you can't just argue or put up an argument simply because for the sake of argument. It refer to waiting and can say nonsensical, 10 million, or let somebody invest 10 million for like 6 billion. It tells a lot about the kind of people and way that plays a day. But move a little bit for now. Tell me again about the other one, because the other papers and way I get now, yeah. But again, I don't get more education from Parkins himself in attendance here, because all of them paper with the title now paper they were going to do with World Bank, IMF, that was the Magnancy 1999, the Shelfer supporting evidence, the Clark and Zoo to privatization, the competition and corruption, then journal, then public journal, they're all with the World Bank 2001. There are a lot of them anyway, Naya, Estrin et al., the effects of privatization and ownership in transition. But when we be to read this one, by the way, I do business. Most of them paper there what they read for you. So now paper the way we self na school will be taken say is super serious because we're reading where they read the name World Bank, IMF. These are trusted institutions. You are passive to be trusted institutions, and that are correct. I was shocked the other day where Parkins say the GDP itself. Now, for the rich people, it's not about the ordinary person, but they play on this one. When they say the GDP is growing, you they feel saying that the ordinary person, it has nothing to do with. And again, like we say, when you continue, when you come out of school, you read certainty the questioner. And so therefore, I'm not going to put the arguments there. Follow no make waste time, because I just want to explain the other one there. How then people are investing money and able get what is going on, and what we for do as a nation actually for at least if we're not able to make 6.6 billion safe, law will make 1 billion. Law not go big again na America for 480 million.
Good. Now I guess the issue of education. Let me tell you, say education is fueled and funded to keep you enslaved. They need, look, there's a group called the 95%. 95% of people, and there's a group called the 5%, the financially independent and wealthy. Listen, they're fueling everything in life to keep you in the 95% because they need you there. They need you in the 95%. So this education when you talk about, so you quote World Bank, all of them are sponsored in their favor. So then they brainwash the mind. You understand? Listen, why is it? Ask yourself the question. Just stop. Why is it some of the richest people in the world not finish university? Because they found out they were able to figure out the scam that it is. Because it's a production flow of thoughts. Then keep you thinking this is the right thing. And you the believer. Listen, brainwashing is powerful. Then people that will take themselves on September 9/11, go put themselves in a tower and kill themselves. They were brainwashed. So if I catch you, not a Muslim, no, Waco, Texas, and so on and so forth, people are brainwashed. And if you're susceptible,
education itself in general, it's enough for it liberates the mind. So it depends on the person. You just mentioned brainwash. How many people not take radicalization? It all depends on the individual. There are people where even get all them big degree there, but at the same time they were successful again. Yes, statistically, you're right. Most of the billionaires you go, they're not even boast of having PhD or this that. But you know, I don't have time for Lord just make within balance.
I'll give you a simple test.
Go ahead.
Remember him in this school. Log up to salon. Forget first world for the minute. Remember, was there any class where somebody asked you, what business do you want to open when you grow up? Was it not always the case? What job do you want? What job? What do you want to be when you grow up? They ask you what business you want to open?
No, I agree with you. Yeah, the way them program and program the brain. It's about job creation. You're right, Stanley.
No,
I think
job serving, not creation. Job creation is a business.
No, what I mean, then they create the form for like job, not for job creation per se. For like you change job. They don't create the white collar job to a point that you expect for sit down now office, AC day, coat and tie. These are the kind of things that we come out, Yes. Even down the way study agriculture, we possibly and some are not even sabi plant yes. They hope for go sit on our office. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. So on this other hand, we don't talk about this before, but we'll talk about it now as visual. The third row here, that simple thing. Frank Timis, our good friend, we make Africa minerals. He go to Senegal, he go see some minerals and he go lend $250 million. Where me and you go able for raise if we get access to the same information. He go raise $250 million, he pulled a 12 billion. What kind of deal is that? What's in Frank Timmy Sabi, where me and you not Sabi? Okay, if we not Sabi we get the 250 million, we're able to hire the people who Sabi for can do the job.
Absolutely.
So waiting at this mystery of we need somebody else for can do something that we land, you can't with 250 million where you lent, then you take 12 billion out. Then you left you in darkness. You left our society. Look at Tonkolili. Look at Tonkolili. Show me the super hospital where they get. Show me the super school where they get. Show me the airports where they get. So listen. This was a Thatcher and Reagan, what do you call it? A theory that has not worked. It don't make. Jefferson said, if we let the banking people and the institutions around them build our financial system, you will wake up in the land that your fathers conquered, homeless. Me to tell you, say, with authority, and you said they live in England, this is happening. This has become real. The people we don't go from social mobility, where you climb up the ladder, yuppies, you carry Filofax, to social stagnation. Society has been stagnated. So we're not going anywhere. You understand? You did a Komon-Tok. You can disappear for me.
Yes.
Okay. You should say no. I tell you, you cannot for you the But you see, but it has other ramifications as well. Because when you deal with a capitalist, you understand? When you deal with capitalism is all about profit. Capitalism is all about, the bottom line is, I want to make some money, I want to make some profit. But these people, they get to a point where they become what we call. Go ahead.
I see these statistics we put where they are so, and we where this a fact. What did we for do as people? Is it because of trust? Because let's be honest, you not go just walk into a bank, or maybe for let a bank depart with 250 million. You must go down get the security, or probably maybe that kind of then for say yes, you worth giving that money. Is it because we're able to build enough capital, credibility enough for go meet them people, or is it because we government so panic we just feel say anything we then talk about investor it gave will be white person before it become reality? Because like you say, there are people in a salon. I got a lot of people in big guns and way. I mean, that's a bit on they show interest before now and many projects but they sideline there. And sometimes they can ask, is it because of in color, or what is the main thing why we're not able to get people there where they go lend, or we go able to get the money Africa invest?
Okay. So the main thing I can think about is this. The Chinese man, sorry, I'm going to answer this question, but I got to go round. Years ago, I begin saying, say, Britain, the people who don't become wealthy in Britain, they're not British. And their allegiance is not to Britain. They have no social contract with the United Kingdom. So for them, now money they can make. And then they make it legally or whatever, but then they stay as well, right? So what do we have with the foreign people coming in? They have no social contract with us. So for them to play with the corrupt politician who will get a side account, offshore account somewhere where they will just share some of the profits, even a small profit, it's nothing to them, because Salon is in the country. They're not get sorry out for Salon. Then can make money. So it's easier. Like me, so you would not be able to get me for say, that's why I do Bolo get this side that it wouldn't happen. But it will happen with the Chinese man, it will happen with the other foreigners, because Salon don't mean nothing to them. It's just a cash cow. They're just there to make some money.
So there is a clip where they circulate on social media. I think he says share with me. Is this the same thing? That's where they talk about the cap? Not just put this way. You just mentioned about the Altani family, where just click me mind say, "La, just put a left family and see something."
Owns more of London than the king himself. Meet the Al Thani family. This Qatari family owns more of London than the king himself. Meet the Al Thani family, royal rulers in Qatar and quiet power players in Britain. In the early 2000s, they took their gas billions and went shopping for London. They bought Harrods for 1.5 billion, turning it into a symbol of luxury. They own 95% of the Shard, Western Europe's tallest tower, and hold major stakes in Canary Wharf, the beating heart of London's finance world. They also transformed the Olympic Village into upscale residences and hold a 20% stake in Heathrow Airport Holdings. And with a significant shareholding in Sainsbury's, they've embedded themselves deep into Britain's retail scene. Today, Qatar's UK holdings are valued at over $40 billion, spanning real estate, infrastructure, and commerce. This isn't just investment, it's a quiet masterclass in global influence.
Okay, so you talk about, this is not just about Sierra Leone, it's about the West also. Privatization is also here. And before you come react to this, I still want to ask the same question. If what do people do as a nation? Is it because we're not getting enough credibility for attract loans for go invest on capital projects like that? Or is it simply because of maybe we get inferior complex by foreign investors?
The latter, we get inferior complex not just on investors, we get inferior complex on anybody that is not Sierra Leonean.
Okay.
This is something that's gone on.
Yeah,
We'll
I
get
agree
into
with you.
anybody that's not Sierra Leone. In
I
fact,
agree, I agree with you.
friends. This is the truth of the matter. So we always look at another tribe, another nation better than us. Somewhere that discord has been sprayed into our society. But me, tell you, see, with the minerals them within a salon, with a business plan, me go take you into a room where there will be 12 to 20 people. Would they put 20 billion there to rebuild salon? It's listen, every day in this world, somebody they come up with an idea. Then they go in a room where they pull billions there. Okay, wait. Yesterday, a company where they deliver you burger, a company where they deliver you fish and chips. Yesterday, they merge them, buy them out in a $77 billion deal. They're not getting that, you know. Komon-Tok. They don't have anything. Oh. Now, delivery, you know what they do. Right? Deliveroo. That's all that they do. You get all the assets then they. Now you they beg for money. Something is wrong with your mentality and something is wrong with your system, and you better change it. That's why I'm so excited about this $100 billion plan, because it's so easy for the likes of me and some other people, and not just me. I mean, I just want the team to come together to raise this money, this capital that's required to change Sierra Leone. It's so easy. The collateral what we get, Deliveroo no get her. DoorDash no get her. How come they able to put together a $77 billion deal? These people are delivery people. They don't even have anything. They have an app. Come on, man. Look at it. Now, app then gets. Then deliver you McDonald's, deliver you this, boom, boom. That's it. We get all of that. We just left people and come in. Can't take her. Now I give one man some good example to this is an adult show. I said privatization, and like what you get you wealth, nothing wrong with you manhood, but instead you say, Lord, a man can't take him, enjoy her. We don't be and come back. That's privatization. You know they get the benefits of your land. But it's 64 years of failure, bro. On Independence Day last month, Salon was the city was in darkness. How much proof we need now to say this not the work? You show the Altani family. Let me just go back. You show the Altani family. I don't give you the story. I think I will repeat and I answer. I met one of the royal family, the Altani family, one working at Lucas Land Rover in Battersea. I said I Range Rover. Okay, they tell me we go outside. They tell me, I say, well, how much you pay for ship this motor car? And I say, ship what motor car? I say this BMW pack now. So how much you pay? And I say, welcome. When me they land inside London for the summer, me at the couch 3 cars. Now the plane, not the ship nothing. Now I say, also you come on. Now I say Sierra Leone. Now I say, in that kid, in them Altani. He say, this is always bothered me. So we get on our people and they walk now we place there. He say, when I get 44 minerals, we now one number we get. He said, we no poor, we no poor. But if you born a Qatar citizen, you're not poor by virtue of the wealth. He said, there's varying examples of wealth, levels of, but we're not poor. He said, what you make when I get 44, we get 1 in the main, when I delete the gas, LPG. He said, well, look, because they're not privatized, I get the paperwork now. Let nobody not tell me. I get an answer. Because they're not privatized, then things, that means that they can buy England. We privatize their own. Can you see? They buy in England, then people that they can buy England, the most precious things they hit to airports, Harrods, whatever. Why the English don't they buy? Because non-privatized them damn self out. Because John Perkins tell you, see, in the 70s, they asked them for bring the strategies where they employ in the third world. They have it, and they're now feeling like third world themselves. This is why we get to come away from this. We can't
not push because this whole argument is about what if we go do better? How we get something simple. It's always painful, like the statistics we just mentioned. So we get 44 minerals. In fact, we get the sought after minerals more than 17 way marketable. Well, sometimes it can be painful for calling self, even all self or free and time, whatever. And secretly, from what you understand now, and this we don't count on Maada Bio depend the blocks. In fact, There was a time where then do up to 3 ship test, then go do test market viability of the oil. Test the public no know. But like always, we get resources and way at least cogent, and these are now confirmed information that they tell us so. So yeah. But the point why they still make here is with all those minerals, what are the real problem? I still want to come on what's the problem and how we go fix into this. Is it lack of leadership, or we may not trustable? Because you had for phantom, you had for think somebody get 1 mineral, the create talker so then get oil. We get 44, including oil itself, we didn't mention. Yes, we not even get light. Again, the same question.
So we talk about leadership. Sierra Leone has gone beyond leadership. You know, you cannot have one leader to change Salon because we are contaminated. You know, somebody where high up in the world of Sierra Leone tell me just now before I count and say Salon deep. You have to be there. Now I say, well, how deep it is? Tell me. Say, no, you have to be there. We don't go past one man. Now I always say, and I'm inviting a pack of wolves where they think the same way. We get a vision. We no say, okay, this is a business project. This is not about politics now. This is about a CEO kind of thinking. There's a failed company here called Sierra Leone, a failed company, right? We get all this inventory. We need to know how to maximize the value in our inventory and change with people their lives quite quickly. You cannot be slow. And I make me entertain slow talk. Oh, well, you do this, you do this. You can't be slow with Salon because we're so far rotten. It's a bit like in the olden days, like where fish were rotten. But if you are safe, you put lime and salt and everything. Now this Salon day. We need the lime and salt all going together. You know, all of that stuff going together for that to taste better. You can't just go, okay, now fix Connaught one day. Okay, okay, now fix my toe. Nah, we don't go too far. The people don't get that patience. You need fast.
Okay, because time on the between and you pack so much important information on this.
I know. Just take it how you want.
Yeah. Tell me about this other slide we see so in front of you.
Well, so this slide is similar to the one we don't talk about. So maybe find another one because this one covered, say, the GL holdings, and then talk this, they come on at the place where the people in Atonkolili, Maboka Boys High School, where presidents don't come under, Boku senior people don't come under, but look at the place. Now let's talk about this. Now this one can make a vex. How we will get a government of any sort, and this is not just Maada Bio government, all the government then before we, where the people in the can and they build train for take their wares from the provinces to Wataki at the time. But you're not able for even negotiate, say, hold on a minute, that's great, they can take we wealth from the ground. But you know, if they build train for we wealth, build train now people and go up and down. But we not get people who they think that way. Because all they care about, now for buy a house in the first world, send their wife and Pekin to the first world, and keep una in permanent darkness. These people are selfish, and it hasn't worked for them. It has not worked for them, but they keep doing more of the same. Yes, keep going. Oh, this is Burkina Faso. Okay, fine. If you go back to Burkina Faso just now, let me just cover that. Okay, so it's in Traore don't do with the Colep and Traore. It chose economic sovereignty first. It said IMF enough. Pay their loans. I don't want you again. Wonga, forget it. I get the money, sit down and be gone. Get out. Then it take a hold of in gold. Now they take bill so. If we say we want to develop Salon, a good friend of mine, you know, a name I don't call her, say, she still about this privatization? I say yes, because what is your solution? Who are you go take debt to for bill Salon? IMF? This same IMF? It hasn't worked. Why would you want to? What makes you think you just keep going to IMF? Because the more you go to IMF, the more they put the condition on your currency. Then put your condition, as John told you, on your privatization, who you privatize with. So you become more of a slave.
There are a lot of and a lot of paperwork. We don't do extensive, even before now, we discuss that. We don't argue now many times. Just that when we have a program like this, you get to take the other side as a presenter, let the, you know, a little bit, you know, get some fresh, a challenging idea. We don't see the statistics countries there where IMF don't go, World Bank, and not make them richer, they make them poorer. And many times we don't bring a Kanaya on the program just to about Casey points. Maybe before we go safe, before we done, we might even count that short clip. But anyway, continue. Next slide.
So this slide here, so it showed the disparity between a country where it not even take hold of everything. You know, it's a little while ago that Botswana, although they're on the right trajectory anyway, they decided to say, hey, the bears, this one I deal when I get to the chair. We want 50-50 at least. What's in that 50-50 they don't do for them? Then they pay picking them for go school. Imagine we don't picking them to go school on an empty stomach. Botswana able to get enough to pay picking them for go school. Botswana able to get enough to pay people away unemployed. But look at Salone. So look at the agriculture thing. We, 51.5% of our GDP comes from agriculture. My friends, the only side they sell with food na England, na Peckham and Camberwell. But na 51.5% of we GDP. It's crazy. They're na 1.58%, right? Then you get industry, 14.9%. We know they make nothing of sort. Then get 34.32. Then GDP, na 19.4 billion compared to our GDP of 4 billion. Then GDP per capita, that are the worth of the people in the land. If they were shape all thing today, all man will get $7,820 per person. 7,820 United States dollars. If they were shape everything today in a salon, even though we get all them millionaires more than them, now 430 per person. Man, but this is not an argument, bro. This is not an argument, to be honest with you. It doesn't work. But you know that $100 billion plan, the one I not carry out with it, and I not carry out with it. That plan, they calls for politicians to be wealthy. We don't say that politician and poor. We don't go past that in the way that politician the way want self-actualization, you know, your Churchill kind. That area day is done. Forget that. That is done. If that's you look for, you don't go to your grave, you know they ever get that. But the plan calls for the politicians getting rich legally based on delivery. He did it.
Okay. All right. It's quite interesting, most of these statistics here. And you talk about the agriculture where actually we not it honest properly. There is one thing about we look like perhaps even we self within we self, we think we self will not able to do successful business as people. That could also be, in as much as we blame the government, I can always see, but this cassava leaf where they talk to Peckham or even the ginger beer, we all know so. That could have been something we would even train. You know, look, the Jamaican then ginger beer self. We own ginger beer, it looks so nice. So we know they pay, we self as people, we get problem on we own. We're not just probably they patronize. What's actually waiting at the thing? Is this because of lack of trust between we serve or inadequate level of trust among we serve as a nation? Because if that was the case, if we actually be the trade among we serve, this business, so for don't make other people across then they even test what's in a cassava leaf, what's in a potato leaf. It's about market, it's about branding. America, most of the time, they say the biggest brand at the world. Anything them put on and they do the best of it. Even though you can get the same television from China, you know, same quality, everything, but you prefer in some cases because of the adverts, the way they don't do one, you prefer for buy from American brand rather than Chinese brand. Not knowing behind the scene, if you check most of those components that are made in China. Again, so is it because of lack of coordination or inadequate trust between themselves as people? Wow, now we even take serious about the agriculture. We can even move, you know, billions of dollars out of them projects here in terms of even cacao, other things we'll go do along the line. This is one of the things where I can get serious concern about.
The other, about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I had to drive with my son. We stopped now at one place near we saw me living at Kingswood on the 817. They sell biltong. Biltong is a South African dry meat. I don't know if you know. So there was a jovial TT day. I think taking me Komon school or whatever university. We just talked back and forth, and he served me and my son. Now I said, what other branches do you have? Now I said, we got another one somewhere. I named the place. I can't forget now. But here's the thing: the way I remember why the work come on this built up. Now he say, oh, by the way, we supply Harrods. This South African meat, like we'll get, I don't know, it was beef for that or whatever.
Yeah.
It ain't inside Harrods. This shop person at the 217. Now then they supply Harrods. You see, packaging, like when you talk about the Americans, them marketing, marketing is powerful. It's how you market yourself. If you take a look at all the companies that we don't want, you go facing £1 billion again.
Are you selling now so that they buy you? Simple.
Thank you. Marketing is key. But we, and I mean for Congo, so nobody, when we go, even our restaurants there, even in the West out here, by taking one of the toilets, you say, Lord, we know there's something, there's an incongruency between what we want and how would they behave. In a tally. We want this, but would they behave here? In another walk.
So the action and the aspiration, commensurates.
In another match, there's a mismatch. There's a mismatch beyond what do we want to do for ourselves, and yeah, carry on. So this is Botswana with the 1 mineral. Look at the lights. We look feet on the left. Congo Cross Bridge. Look at 44 minerals. Politician after politician, would they kill people? Would they kill people? Would they kill people there for waiting? What is this? All these killings for what exactly? For this darkness? We are the only people that we. Sorry, I was gonna say. We're not the only people. It looks like we would go hell twice. Once on earth, once when we die. Anyway, yeah. So this
let God go sorry for we now. We the big God now. Anybody on a salon person with the big God now. Let God just forgive we no more. We don't suffer. Don't know. We don't suffer. Don't.
So this is the pie, the economic pie of Sierra Leone.
Okay.
55% of an agriculture day. But tell me, where the restaurant at the first world, where they go, where they see other nations and boku inside it. It's not lie. Yeah, that's also we. So 55% now we they eat one palm oil, now we they eat one cassava leaf. Who's kind of economy that day? It's just like we artists there with music. Now we know more the consumer.
Now we know what that's not the point what they talk about, say. Yeah. And I think somebody did mention say salon. I mean, what say black people that we like chicken, but how many of we really don't invest seriously on chicken? For we like we best food. We go snap this that. Just then we say chicken. But we like for consume. And you mentioned about we own music there. That make we artists and none of they go. They're not just go nowhere because now we know more they play the music there. Yeah. Now we know more they play the music there. And sometimes we not even play the music to the hour for play ourselves. We prefer for play foreign music in this Indian music then. And, we don't left the Nigerians. You talk something back then when I be asked a question about inferiority. You say we just get inferior complex per foreigner. It don't matter whether na black or white, as long as you're a foreigner, salon person, you better off. Anyway, continue.
I would like to visit that music business if I can. Can I? I've got time to visit that music business.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I open Cotton Tree Records. Yeah, I open Cotton Tree Records. Twice, me, money in my own pocket. Twice, I pay for the O2. Let 14 artists and go perform. 14 Sierra Leone artists and go perform. You know how much tickets we sell?
No.
14. So
14 tickets?
The O2. The O2 in Greenwich, I pay, me, Reginald Larry Cole, I pay twice. The first day I feel saying I will not prepared. So when the guy then come to my office, they can't meet me in my office, and God, and they say, well, man, I don't. I said, no, we're gonna go for it, man. I say, well, okay, we'll do another one. They say it's non-refundable. I say, no, let's try. Well, 14 tickets. So tell me how 12 artists. You tell me, Sierra Leoneans, so now help me be ever. 12 artists for come perform at the biggest stage ever. Now 14 tickets sell. How does that work? Tell me. How does that work? That means, say, even the 12 artists, they're not get mama papa for buy ticket for the level. At least we get 24.
They must get Fambulena friends and each of them. Yeah, each
so
of them
what is
must
it
get friends.
that prevented? So now when they lighthouse or whatever, I know I laugh nobody in demise, but I think you see that word they say opportunity come but once in this world. I gave them the chance. Everything was paid for. Visas, tickets, additionally picking them up, driving where they want to, hotels, everything was sanctioned. These people could not even...
Wouldn't other artists are done for, at least for you know, if you don't mind sharing the names and the groups, but we just know.
All the big names them at that time. So my dear Zainab Sharif, Emerson, Famous, LXG, is on the
Really?
level.
Wow.
All of these people, no effort. In fact, when I go talk na Kula Kuzi, I go to Kula Kuzi na Pekam, you know when somebody say, if you are that show this success, you get for can see me. Now say, look at that wire. Look at that wire. Me the try for help una. Me friend, me good friend has made the king of Afro beats. Where they sit down with Whiskey and Davido. Me the try for help una. You can't tell me say I get for can see una. I don't spend me money. So
anyway,
now the music business now they pass on today. Now make the struggle continues.
Okay.
Okay, so this one are 3 slides in one. If we want change alone, no, you don't go back.
Now the first one is now the first.
Oh,
one
the first one is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we want change alone, somebody talk Ojuku to my colleague, we exchanged notes earlier today, I think. If I change alone, all this nonsense about corruption. Stop kidding yourselves. If you not pay me Komon-Tok for 6 months and I get picking them for feed, I go be corrupt. I'm sorry. Right? So now we not try for make people in Jesus Christ, we will not to Jesus Christ, or Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, we want to Prophet Muhammad. That's not gonna happen. You need for pay, living wage, and you need to pay on time. Then the next step you need to take, you need to digitize the economy. So no government receipts, camper cash. So you not go at and say, oh, look me money. No, digitize it so we can get the paper trail or whatever, right? And then you need to get an expat, EX, not an expert, expat. That means a foreigner, we no mix, where they can see them at the top of ACC. Now you're talking. It not be Creole, it not be Mende, it not be Limba, it not be whatever. Income can do job for make sure say nothing of the leak at the government.
But we don't go monitor the foreigner. And what if somebody go the local people and use them back and forgets the we don't get many accusation waiting the government do with this David Hunt, this ambassador behind the scene, assuming this not a foreigner, we employer, don't people and use them back along the line. Because in the loss of the cosmos, if you can't change the system will possibly change you.
Ambassador Hunt, and I don't want to be sued, I don't want you to get anything here, but here's what I'm going to say. We know, say, John Perkins tell you, say, even the ambassadors are part of the economic hitman system. So
yeah, he said so.
So I left down the day, right? So a different kettle of fish. But if we go find a private citizen, we get self-respect, we just want doing job. There's a reason why Dr. Abdullah Conte late was taken to Belize. There's a reason why my uncle was taken to Marcus Cole was taken to the Gambia. Sometimes that's what you have to do because the locals are so contaminated. You get to go bring somebody from outside, like be the person.
So what people do for make sure safe? What are the safeguards for protect the individual for laying a corrupting the system? Is there also a way for put another police on that person they not knowing?
Thank you. So you know they get autonomy, checks and balances. You know, you have 3 levels of every movement. This money get for move this way, this contract get for move this way, this has to happen. Everybody they watch everybody because everybody there for the income. But the reason why Salomon and they get into trouble not the first one, not because they know the consequence. You know what I mean? You get your job, you go do your work. Yeah. Even if you till there, so you left us full. Yeah. Because you know the consequence. Yeah, that's it.
You know the results. Yeah, you know say this you got there and this and
So that's it, bro. So it's the same. It's the same. So we have to build all this talk about thing, the woke. It's rubbish. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this now the formula for production. One of the ways we can fast track the economy to this $100 billion economy I talk about, we have to produce things that other people want to buy. We just talk about music we put it on and buy. We just talk about food we now we don't want to eat. No, that's not how you grow. So we need for begin make drawers. We need for begin make bra. So the government, instead of talking about 50 factories, you need to open industrialized zones where you they rent, not a government they run them. You build a quick one. Then you enter into budding entrepreneurs. They can be Vietnamese who say, well, I sabi for make it, but I'm cheap labor, so I go to salon. You understand? But as long as it's in being made, the GDP say is the production of finished goods. As long as your country is finished before they export them, you get positive benefits. So that's what we're talking about. Man's material wealth equals the natural resources we'll get, plus human energy times the tools. Yes. Now, this one family, well, you know this, you didn't at the West. This, we got to learn what's in working at the West. The West is divided. They don't split their family. You get single mothers all over the place. You get fathers, they go to Buckingham Palace. All that a waste of time. It hasn't worked and it not benefit anybody. We got to build everything, all the decisions that we're making around family staying together, family working together. You create family-friendly policies. Thank you. That's the one you took. Family-friendly policies. Let's not just follow. Look, Asia is growing. Guess what they get? They get family-friendly policy. India, China, the Vietnam they want to talk about. Then Singapore, family.
So does this mean that the freedom we need for put aside or define them properly? Because then we see the Supreme Court now then define what is a woman, where become a ridiculous, where a lot of people have found ridiculous. It was everywhere. Them people in me say, one guy say even a 4 years old boy, he would define, they say it take the Supreme Court 2 years for them define, reach to that conclusion. Is it because of too much freedom, where result into this particular way talk about single homes, parents there, or single man there, woman there, or everybody knows at the end of the day I can live by myself. Government support me. Is it because of too much freedom?
Yeah. No. Let me tell you one thing. You see this family. Now one person in very precious gift, very precious thing to her. That person this person would call God. This family. Whenever you start straying away from God, you start straying away from your family. And I'm not kind of can be religious. The fact of the matter is, if not human being to make oxygen, let me tell you, say you, Komon-Tok, you're going to pay for every breath you take.
Of course.
If not human being to make the oceans, where you go swim there, you're going to pay for every paddle where you paddle.
Agreed.
You see, there's a God somewhere. And I can't here for preach for anyone. There's a God somewhere. And the moment we feel say we don't get all the way we need that this world, which is what the West found themselves, then begin work away. I don't need God. What is God? That possible desperate and then you begin all the values where now God in own precious things, God in own ministry, in a family. Now in own thing that way you say, I want let them date together. Where you can bring principles in place with the person, your society, they begin to do all kinds of things. Papa, they sleep with daughter.
So you feel so because the church and state divided. Is it because of that?
No, the church and state should be divided, but the people don't care much about who God is.
Okay.
Yeah, they really don't. Yes, okay. So privatization, we don't talk about that. They abolish that thing, man. Abolish. So here, I just want to talk quickly, if we get time, on the
time don't beat me now, but we'll spare 2 more minutes for Louis if you time would.
Yes, so there's 2 of these slides. One talking about privatization. So let me explain. Guys, if you get business, you know, so your balance sheet is the most important thing over your P&L self. Yeah, your balance sheet has to be good. When you privatize them, you don't lose control of your balance sheet. So all your assets, even if your assets are higher than your liabilities, and then therefore you get a positive shareholder equity, your country That Bobona Tonkolili has no benefit on this. GRL Holdings now can take that balance sheet they will not build so as a result of the activity in the salon, go get even more loans for go to more African countries. And you no benefit, you see not blackout. So you lose the power of a commercial activity. So privatization doesn't work. It's happening in England as well. Not England, United Kingdom. I can always forget to say not to just England no more with it. Now, when you get them as a government-owned enterprise, not a government business, so not you building business at all, a government-owned enterprise where the government gets 100% ownership of the shares, total equity, when are the people that get her. As your balance sheet becomes stronger, the government can even loan against that to a point where not even the country now, when the government need a certain loan, now certain sectors they go for that loan day, but not in the name of the country. These things are all possible, man. You know, man, I could teach about this all day long.
All right. I think let's just see.
Okay, no, go to the last number. That's it. Oh no, go back. No, yeah, go. Keep going forward. Keep going forward.
Oh, now back now they go so.
No, go forward. There's some number. I told you, say I count one number now so today. Yeah. Yes, one more. Right, stop here. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Folks, this year we see, so Salon is 19.5 billion in debt. Today, 19.5 billion in debt. Look at the state of Salon. I tell you earlier, I say, if we really want to make Salon change, we need to go fast. This is about 19 billion here, and then all add to 19 billion. I add to. So now break that down. They say infrastructure of 1 billion, roads, ports, electricity, everything, forget it all done, is 6.8 billion. Now let's see how privatization may help. GRL Holdings pull 6 billion from we gone in 1 year. This year called for roads, bridges, ports, electricity, water, sanitation, 6.8 billion. So now 1 year effort, now we will be able to do this. So less your cost, of course. And now let somebody feel as employed. So look at this. These are small numbers to change a country. Some even they're in millions. Yeah. Technology, housing and urban, economic, SME, and things and policy, contingency. You even get for thief man and corruption. Look at, they even give 1.5 billion for corruption. Let's see. But look at it. It's like 20 billion.
All right. Yeah. So this more or less, maybe we'll continue with another day because time don't between now. And I think that the last important slide is the next one. All right. Okay, so Fambula, I know say don't begin to see calls and the kinds, I don't know, but they take just 1 minute break. We can pay attention on our own side, which you ask, which you want. I mean, my questions anyway. And perhaps you said we'll get something we go add on the program. Because you're welcome. They can just now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make Salon. Anytime where you day, anytime where you go, anything you they do, oh yeah, now we for turn up Tanga one, inside Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok.
Thank you for joining us. All right, so yes, so Fambulu don't kind of the other part of the program where now you turn for talk, and of course now the number now we see on screen just in case you want add your voice. We they look forward to your contribution. One moment so they can add. All right, so we don't get now we get the first caller. Now we get the first caller. Yes, caller outside they call from.
Yeah, the corner Komon-Tok community.
All right, you get the platform. Go ahead.
I know it's not to the topic today, but still we'll elaborate on now. Now concerning this Yenga issue,
Okay.
how then they will tell we say then they go now the International Court of Justice. We then get bully justice for let them know about bully justice, they know hand over bully justice. So we said they go now. So
Yeah.
thank you. They get bully justice, they find over bully justice first before they go to court.
And I'm glad the way you say. I say, I'm glad the way you say you. This not to the topic. This we will left landing for another date. They would. We simply want focus on privatization. Yeah. Thank you very much, my brother. All right. Yes. Call outside. They call from.
Assalamu alaikum, big brother.
Yes. Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for joining us. You get a platform.
Yeah, thank you to Mr. Reggie. Assalamu alaikum, I do, sir.
All right.
Thanks very much for educating.
Welcome.
One thing where I really they show so much concern for the Sierra Leone people. This sickness of clapping, now no understand. It really they piss me off. I think say something is wrong with most of the people in Sierra Leone. You know, politicians go come, they can't promise you over something. They not give you one thing. They come back again second time, they not give you. Third time again, they come, they need able for ask, hey, but what about the first promise he promised? They need to ask, so they think say something is wrong upstairs. Most of we Sierra Leone people, especially the one who did inside salon. It's so sad. These politicians, they are so wicked. Politicians in Sierra Leone, they are very, very wicked. They were able to make Sierra Leone just like Qatar, like we live a better life. Sometimes they imagine the life where we get now overseas. You know, if not we politicians they giving us Sierra Leone, how we people a good day? They go lay down politicians they work up and tap them. Because they lie on them, they still they clap, they still they hail, they still they, oh my God, are we so comfortable with poverty? So for God's sake, na Sierra Leone. They not get in mind for ask politicians, say, but what about the first promise we don't promise we? I remember one time me picking the one popcorn. Who saw they work from the tongue they far? I don't come on at a working place one time, mommy, you don't buy the popcorn. I said, oh, I know wish not all. Second time, again promise. No, third time, now working place at the night text me, make sure that you don't forget the popcorn.
You know, excuse. You know, excuse.
You don't even reach how many years? You don't even reach 8 years. Yeah, the one that say, look, oh my God, they really pissed me off with this clap salon people. They really pissed me off. As they start, they think, say, something is wrong upstairs. Something is wrong. Now, when they give them politicians, they also scope for let them keep on lying and make sure say they not do nothing for we. Because they know say they're going to go away with all the lies the way they get to we. It's so sad. I don't really understand what they go on Sierra Leone. What's the one the way they educate to, the one that they not educate to, all things just sorry. They go there to Sierra Leone.
And they go there
quick.
give
me the right leaders
Thank
there,
you.
but it really sad that please let them get a conscience and sleep say, well, I be don't go lie under. Now shame self for go there. But they even shame self. They go there back again. They go lie back again.
What's in a shame?
No.
What's in a
It's
shame?
sad. It's really sad, really.
Anyway, thank you very much for your contribution. All right. We did take another voice again. All right, so don't miss this one. Okay. All right. Okay, what's in the happen? Fambo, wait to this one. Okay. Somebody did no just rush quick on this one. We get a lot of text messages and comments. Boku commenting on side. Boku. And it's always right. We missed this one again. We missed this one. Okay, we missed this one. What's happening? Oh, see if this one they connect. Yes.
Yeah, Komon-Tok. I did do, bruh. I don't come back.
Abu
Samra don't
Abu
come
Samra.
back. I don't come back for Reggie incest
Wow.
arrangement.
Yeah.
I deal with you now. First of all, I send you message. If you listen me message, you will correct down the later.
I know this.
You know, we want to go up. We want to come up. Yeah, they watch proper. Being a person where I look. And the look how you bend, how you straight. First of all, green, white, and blue. You short like green. The white they middle, the blue they under.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You see how they pick her up. Pretty cool. I still they wait for me coffee. Oh.
No, the cow.
Coffee. No, make her begin for talk. Things they want no for talk.
No, the cow.
I don't call for intervene, but I don't call you. Say you know they look me message.
No, the cow.
Lebanese by you by the name of Adnan Ansar. Try for
I know that
yeah.
you
I'm glad you they do so, and they enjoy the program. And this talk here, me self we born na salon. I love Mama Salon. I want Mama Salon for Cambia. Who's I been there? I want enjoy like I've been they enjoy. Me, I not mix fine all these privatization. I not go to government deal them. If I be want make deal like I don't gentry. Yeah, that's what Papa land we. Regicola deal with you.
I do.
Come on, talk. Pick up. I can't like platform. I want can see. I want correct you here and that small. You bend small.
Really?
What you think you camera? You bend. You tilt. I they run down where they can down the hill.
Wow.
I love you, Nat. Keep it up,
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody asked a question, but this person they say, how can we produce when the factors of production are not in place? Land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. These are the 4 factors of production. I don't know if it is the person, you know. Tell me about what actually help we answer this question, but this person that asked this question.
How can we produce? We get land. So listen. You can look for all the reasons why you can't do something, or you can look for the reasons why you must do it. And right now, Sierra Leone, we're not got the luxury of trying to find out about the reasons why we can't do something. Okay. Why we must do it. We must put people to work. We must create goods that other people would buy outside of our community. That's the first. That we get the land, we get the workforce. Yeah. And we can raise the capital against our collateral under our feet. Okay? Forget electricity. I don't talk about this on my audios. You can localize the supply of electricity and water for that particular purpose. Because what we want to do is for make things where the world go by, we go for an exchange, we start growing inch by inch.
Yeah, because we get the land, like you say, we get the labor, we get we get youthful population. Exactly. You know, the capital we will sustain, the entrepreneurship, again. There are people, and I feel like we just get people a thorough leadership where they energize. They see people in the crowd, brilliant ideas, ideas and never short of ones who they outsource, you know. Anyway, yeah. So now we add another voice now. Yeah, yes. Call outside. They call from.
Yes, Mr. Komon-Tok. Good evening, sir. Good morning from the side.
Yeah,
Alicious from UAE, from Dubai.
Yeah, Alicious. Thank you for joining us. You got the platform. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Mr. Reggie, thank you so very much for joining me today again at the platform. Mr. Reggie.
You're welcome.
I just want to ask Mr. Reggie one question, when they talk about privatization of goods. I want which my intake for a institution or organization like a EDSA, for instance. What's my own idea?
Yes, so the whole idea.
Some very good idea with regards to EDSA for better we will get sustainable life that the country than one.
Yeah.
And again, which I try for say again at that. I think to say the way how the world they move now, I think we need to see how best we will upgrade the curriculum system, both at the high schools and the university level. Because if you find out, say, most of the courses they now that they do now, FBC or whatever university, most of them they don't become outdated, you know. But if at least we're able to get some new core system, we at least with somebody graduates from university, they get a hope, say yes, that is the job. Then again, the other thing again, we most times, just like Mr. Reggie talk, when you go school, they don't ever tell you, say, whose business we go one can do, we don't pay. They always tell you, say,
yeah,
go land work, promote day, don't fail work, we don't work, then pay you way more stone. If you're able to save, you save. Or you move on with your family, you live your life with your family, you retire, then pay your pension back. So at the end of the day, you're not able to give back more to society. So I think we need to change the trajectory with regards to an entrepreneurship process for them in the country, both in the high school and university. I think we need to propagate more about being an entrepreneur, no matter what, even if they work there. We try to set up a business.
Anyway,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. You idea are very brilliant, and I truly appreciate them because there is something fundamentally wrong with the educational system. Now, one of the first mobility starts for do some of the advocacy for improve the educational. Most of the courses and indeed, like I said, are outdated. Those are things that we don't do research for 20 years, and imagine we still they use them because most of the courses that will this sooner. This and we don't already research them. Maybe the last 15, 10, 20 years that we can't read sooner. So imagine we don't graduate another 10, 20 years add than this. So technically, a course we don't study, maybe information outdated by 3 decades or 2 decades. That I mean, they can introduce the word now, they say lifelong learning. If you continue to upgrade the brain, otherwise, if you just rely on what you got it, let's say in 2001. If we say in education and then referencing and the reference, you know what was because more research don't come, they don't even challenge some of those principles, those doctrines there, you know. Anyway, let me just take today. Sorry, family, because of we late a little bit for calm. We'll just focus on the text messages. We'll take let's see. Okay, we'll do best. Now I'm called feedback, but let we rush quick while let's see, or maybe we'll take a minimum of 10. This one they come up from Prince. He said the sitting government is the worst in living memory. That is a fact, my friend. And no, if we don't take this one, it says sad to say, but we do not have an identity as a nation. All what is known for Sierra Leone is the history of the abolition of transatlantic slave trade and how freedom was emerged and education was introduced. Apart from that, nothing good is known of us. Even the natural resources God has blessed us with, nothing is out of outside the world. Okay, Albert, it's a good thing, but I think say we get for change the dynamics. Now, me and you get for we'll talk about what you say packaging. The Americans, if you follow, I think it can be the type for put a case, will be the type for kind of Africa. They say America, when you're outside, if you say na heaven on earth, because then don't package her anyway. Maybe you will drop in that side. Lord just rush, Lord just avoid more wasting time. All right, okay. Lord, add this other call. Maybe we'll take 2 more calls and then wrap up the call side. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, I come from America.
Yes, you got a platform. Go ahead, please.
So this is not still applicable to me as a whole in terms of what they talk about business and development in salon. I get this scenario why they do some business salon. The Chinese, America meet a buy meeting there, don't sell to a local. But we local people and for many can patronize me, then they come. But they go to the Chinese, then go they take the money and it comes to me America buy too.
Wow.
That's not one. Secondly, human resources
are
very bad. It's very bad. These same Chinese, the people in the workday, they tell them say for car work 7 o'clock in the morning. You can't believe say Then in the 7 o'clock, everybody don't assemble. They don't go there. They don't usually come. But the same work man, they come for car work to me. When they can work, then they can 9 o'clock, it even give them more benefits past the one day, and it makes so sluggish. Even the Chinese, they kick in and they vote. It is thank you, say thank you, sir. But you, the argument upon argument. So the cultural salon, especially human resource, the problem for being a salon. And we touch on the school. Who's out in America, yeah? School education, smartness, it work 100%. But here that age, I need to look for schooling. And that protocol will get, skills. That protocol will get, say, if you don't pass that exam, they would. If you don't pass that, you fail. Now you don't make things and they go, every time they go beer. Yeah, we can get pregnant, they continue to go to school. But salon, you don't be able to go back. So we get a lot of things for do with education.
Yeah.
And also the human resource is so much. And we see that the bills, the host and the brain, how to say that, because when they make a block, it is possible. They say, good. Then they look the quality. Don't we go now, the thing and those squash. So now your contribution.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. It's a brilliant contribution. The master didn't be long answer. We'll take another call from the other line. Yes, caller, outside the call from. Hello? Hello, caller? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, outside the call from?
They come from the US. Thank you.
All right, you get the platform. Go ahead.
Yeah. This question is for Mr. Reggie. I like your advice and all that. Thank you so much for enlightening other people. And I just recently wrote a book called Once Upon a Time in Freetown from '96 to '99. I wanted to ask you. I've tried my best to my publicity, talk of packaging. I don't know if you can give me advice to keep promoting my book. I recently just went to California with the USC Book Festival, promote my book out there and write letters, even write letters to BBC, give them a copy so they can have it in their hand. Because they play a pivotal role in Sierra Leone war. And I write letters to like the VOA and other places, and I've done a few podcasts as well. I don't know if you got any strategies, because I really try to push it into universities as well so they can teach it in the academic programs. Because I'm a school teacher myself. So I was trying to see if I can get any advice from you. Because some people tell me, say the book, most of the people that read my book from, like the older folks, they say it pretty much have like a movie potential. So if you give me some advice, I'll appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's all I have.
All right. Okay. Famule, we don't close the line on the call side. We apologize as time done between now and now. We don't close the line. We apologize as always. You know, say more people that want to put more ideas in. But we just finished a quick one. Mama do bad says, so Mr. Reggie, what is stopping you to come and do private investments in Sierra Leone? I think you have a brilliant idea in development. Don't wait for government to call you. As a patriot, you have the same responsibilities as a leader to work your own parts to develop the country. Yeah, Abdul, thank you for joining us. Just get a lot of them. George Walker, they say, former conservative Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, soul of a lot of public organizations, like the British Gas and British Rail in the late 80s. The question I asked is those privatization benefits. Reggie will look into that for you. And yeah, Kevin, thank you very much as always for joining us. We really appreciate it. All right, so Fambule, we'll tap here first. I'll just take this last one again. This one is, how can we keep our people for the 21st century? How do we get them to be ready for action? It's a very good question. I like this one. Anyway, Reggie, as time done between now, we don't tap the calls, and of course the messages and back at the last one, Andy. Over to you. You know, the colors there, you know, I use some of Texas there. We get tripartite. Now we no more tripartite. You know, yeah. And we call they talk like that on the commenters there.
Okay, let's go for a quick one. First, I'll deal with Lebanese Adebayo. Lebanese Adebayo, I tell you, we don't talk at the camp. At the pass something there, they can't meet you. No worry no more. We meet. We take that coffee. They don't worry about that. Okay, then they we don't deal with that one day. Okay, so the woman we talk about.
So sorry, these comments they come up from the reason why could they take this one because people then they watch me on Instagram, but they hardly comment. So somebody comments here. And I think we need for well the name where they use it and unfortunately we're not able to display them because you know they are allowed. I mean sorry, the system they use they make law we see, but I love read them because people in the watching on Instagram, most of them sometimes I know they comment, but when I just comment, when they read back in our comments as soon as see they will jump into this right away. This one they say, Reggie, thank you for the breakdown of your blueprint to restore Salon to its past glory. It is feasible that past that be given this a chance as everything else has failed. All right, so this is coming from one we a regular family member na Instagram. Continue.
Yeah, so do you want me to talk about why would they clap? Why would they clap? It goes back to how we start the show. People they're lower than the rung of the physiological needs we'll talk about. Self-esteem is low. Then they see guns. Then they worry about their hunger. This is listen. We get for realize like why I begin to see. You say we're all human beings. We all have the same feeling. If your life is being threatened by not having food, then at the same time you see gun, you clap. I'm sorry, you will clap. So that's what it is. They don't water down society to the point where the people are not succumb. This is the problem. So you will continue for clap. Now, on the issue of EDSA, gentleman asked me, say, what you going to do with EDSA? So here's what I'm talking about. This there, so you get to do wholesale in Sierra Leone. You can't do it piece at a time. What you do is you set a corporation called the Sierra Leone Corporation Holdings, where it's not political. And if you see us about Sierra Leone, that's what you will do. This is a commercial arrangement, similar way like Temasek Holdings in Singapore. And it holds all the key industries where you get CEOs that will qualify from anywhere in the world. If you happen to be salon person, you qualify, that's salon person. But 9 times out of 10, because of our size, it wouldn't just always be salon person. You'll get the best of the best for come manage anything and they on a CEO-led mandate for the production of profit. That profit they stay in a salon, and not they go to British Virgin Islands or Cayman Islands. And it developed salon. But you see, that's what Singapore did. That's what Norway did. Dubai copied Singapore. Why can't we do it? Why? Yeah. Why would we suffer forever? You know? So anyway, so that well, we don't talk about the bio. And the guy we talk about the Chinese, where you people they go work for Chinese, then they get some time, but when they can work for you, even though they get trust me, that is a problem that we have, and it goes back to this inferiority complex we would all you know, I remember
you see the pain what the man they feel. He say the Chinese they can buy from so you go sell, but the local people they're not the patronize with them. But the same Chinese they can buy, it go sell. Don't we look at people and they go buy to the Chinese.
Yeah. How many families, let's talk about this. Let's see how big this problem is. How many times you don't hear somebody in a first world, whether in America, in England, or Russia, they introduce them in Peking, they proud for tell you, say, hey, but I don't know. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? When you go to Indian shop in the 80s, you go to Indian shop, you see the Indian beginner. They're still in their school uniform. Then they communicate what you want to their parents in their language. But we seem to have this pride. Why? Because they don't mess with we mind, and we leaders them where they lead we, not they pull the best out of we. You see, when you take this leadership role, that role there is to pull the best out of the people that you lead. And it takes discipline, it takes a vision to do that. Unfortunately, Sierra Leone, the equivalent of our vision is what you've seen for 64 years. There is none. We can't argue about it. You know, the reports card not a lie. So that the problem then we get for deal with. We get for big ourselves up, build ourselves, understand, say we are worth what we are worth. And that's where I'm at. You know, nobody they argue with me. I walked into a boardroom the other day, 8 of them sit on the all manner with man. Or when was this Wednesday? Me man, they no say man don't come inside. You understand? I don't come. When they're on the clock, and I got to listen to what I have to say, not to what you man tell me. So I control the narrative. Get for left, they say, listen, I'm leading you guys. You continue what you're doing, and blah blah. But anyway, that's the talk. So that the inferiority complex, it happens all over. There's a gentleman with a book. It's a bit more complex, but I need to understand more about the book than can give you just a ad hoc thing now. So to see where I could channel you. So I don't know if you would email Komon-Tok, then Komon-Tok would email me, then I'll take a look at your case and see what I could suggest. I have a few publishers that I know. I don't know if they'll be interested in this particular thing, but you know, we could try, you know, is what I could say. Then I can't. Oh, Mamadou Ba. Mamadou Ba said, let me go salon. Mamadou Ba, I've done things in Sierra Leone. You know, to make I'm not able to do salon because I cannot preach to you the principles that I'm preaching and working in present day salon because I would have to bribe people. I would have to lick ass to people, and I don't do neither one of those things. I'm sorry. It's not happening. I'm not bribing you, and I'm not licking your ass. If you know they take me on maids, well, no left. So no. Until me get a bunch of people who say we'll go change this there so and we'll treat you on your merits, then it's not, I can't do it. Oh, I just showed something in Ghana the other day. Yesterday, just a quick one. Head of immigration, but a big immigration officer in Ghana sent me a thank you for chocolate. That woman in 2021 I meet her. When I asked her first, I said, well, I just want to thank you for what you've done. Let me take you out for lunch. And I said, no. I said, okay, well, here's some money. Take it from me so you can buy yourself some lunch. She said, no. And I said, well, what about the kids? And I said, well, my kids just like sweets. And I said, well, what kind of sweet? I said, quality street. So every time somebody to go Ghana, we want me help, or they send them to them people. Now, quality street, they send them. So he sent me a thank you the other day. Just say, thank you. I put on our groups. I said, look at this woman. The immigration he did. He refused money.
I think like what you they talk so, I they give a typical example. Somebody who they watch at this program, and I call him. I'm sure probably in a way they watch this now a conversation will be explained to me in experience where he gets. He also was from European, you know, he gets some container, even get some please call them, you know, for go start for help. When they then go salon, then go accent, then go start small charity, not like a charity business like with then go accent for pay. Imagine for bribe. The guy is saying he mad. He saying understand. What's in there forgets percentages that it's a both. Now come with it. Now help they can't help. The man is so frustrated. He say not just. He say look. He say don't pass 25 years where I come to my country. That was the first time where I go to my country for. I get that bad experience. He say me picking the oh don't go up. This that. So I don't get nothing in a salon where I they worry about everything for me. It's I just can't do this no more. So you know, these are the problem. This when you go down salon, you then say the only way they know they go now they understand. And I'm sure people already know they go then said they can attest to this fact. This is like a huge challenge. Fixing salon is a huge challenge. And I don't know, but you know.
Well, what about the story? Let me just tell you one story. A quick one. So I go salon once. I think I was 2018. One big woman, and I calling him same way, can me go ye building. So go see this boy about land. So go see the boy about land. Now the boy they ask a question, you know, in a big man, you're not able to answer the question. Say, well, I can't see you, so I'll tell you that I said they got this in blue. Okay, I can't see you, I can't see. So now I said, well, yeah, this money for lunch. I take whatever Leon's I get in my pocket, loads of it. I said, buy lunch, yeah. You take her. When we go inside the lift. The woman where can me go, he scolded me inside the lift. Hey, but yourself, you don't can disgrace me. I said, I look at for which way I disgrace you. Now Leon she give that man day, then come man in there $500 for put for them first. That's for waiting, for can't see face. For what? What should they get $500 for? So now I cannot work that culture unless we find a bunch of people who say, we'll go change the culture wholesale and we're going to do it immediately. No, I cannot be in Sierra Leone. No.
All right.
Can't do it.
It's been a fantastic show, just like always. And I'm sure this conversation will continue for Dua, for bring and count to the people. Because we're not going to just expect it, we can't talk today. No, suddenly everybody change their salon, everything fine. No. You know that this is a lot. So not even 1 year, not even doing even probably in 5 years. This is an ongoing conversation, and we need more voices. Just like when people they add them voice, that's not the beauty of this community. And so we tell them plenty thank you. We join and we appreciate you now. Tomorrow 99.9% Mr. Komon-Tok because family time. Anyway, you get anything for her to
So just last one. The person we talk about education, you're dead right. We need to bring our education up to speed. But anyway, there's a more serious thing going on here. I don't see a lot of display about this pox where they go on, which in the call us
pox. Thank you for bringing that mpox.
Yes, this mpox. Guys, this year look very, very fearful.
Yeah, it's serious.
We now want to get into a position again when there's a lockdown at the country, but it's very serious. The pictures are, they see the images then. We're going to be very, very careful on the exchange with our close proximity and everything. We're going to have to take care of ourselves. Government will take care of us. We'll not have the responsibility to take care of ourselves. We'll now have more sad news from Sierra Leone. That's all I got to say at this moment.
All right. Thank you very much. So, Fambule, we'll take care of ourselves and if our loved ones, on adhere to the advice we Ministry of Health regarding this. The mpox is real. Please consider that. Just like the basic advice we give for the Ebola as well as the COVID, and the same thing apply. They're applicable to this based on the ministry. Right. Until then, me and Mr. Komon. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mama salon. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salon.
You must listen very carefully to your enemies, because sometimes they tell you the truth that you do not want to hear but need to hear. Sometimes you are surrounded by a coterie of people who pretend to be your friends, but they are not. They are friends of the office that you hold and the things and the doors that you can open for them. That requires discernment. That requires detachment. That requires focus. That requires selflessness. That requires intellectual firepower and spiritual contentment. Easier said than done. Power, it is said, corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. But I remember the great Tanzanian President Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere used to say that when you are called upon to serve, remember that you are not necessarily the best, but you've been given the honor and privilege of serving. That is why we call you honorable. That is why sometimes we even call you excellency, not because you are excellent yourself, but we expect you to do excellent things. If you surround yourself with the wrong people who will continue to worship you, very soon you get used to being worshipped, then you become a demigod and you become hostile to truth and you become attracted to flattery. The strength of character is very important, and power does not change people. Power reveals who you truly are or truly are. I've interacted with individuals even across this continent, men and women who mean well and they serve well. I was telling a friend of mine who is a senior politician in Kenya that one of the greatest hallmarks of a servant leader is that when he or she receives a letter from a citizen, he or she acknowledges the letter. And I've dealt with many African heads of state, and to their credit, quite a number of them, they will cause the letter to be acknowledged. In Kenya, which is my country, you write to leaders, they never respond. Never. Because there is arrogance, which is tragic. So what must one do when one gets into public office? Humility must never abandon you. I've had the opportunity myself of serving in public spaces in this country on 3 different occasions. And in my view, have never changed. I've always realized that power is temporal and that you only do your bit and leave. As William Shakespeare once said, all the world is but a stage. We have our comings and goings. If you remember that, you'll remember to always have humility as your shadow. Most African politicians, I'm very reluctant to use the word leaders when I make reference to most African politicians. They occupy positions of leadership, but they are not leaders, most of them. First of all, the intention with which they enter into leadership is the problem. They seek office because they love power and privilege and opportunity that it provides to them. They want to become wealthy, and the easiest and shortest avenue to wealth in Africa today is public office. With the minimum effort, you become a multi-millionaire. They go there in order to be worshipped, and they go there not to do the right thing. And once they have been in office, they do so many wrong things that it becomes dangerous for them to leave office. So their continued occupation of office is also to ensure that they enjoy immunity that comes with office. But when you are a good leader who does the right thing, you do not fear to leave office because nothing has changed. And I've seen leaders of that ilk in this part of the continent. And there are quite a number of sprinkling of leaders who have left office and are doing great things. Joaquim Chissano in Mozambique. Ifikepunye Pohamba in Botswana. People like my good friend Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, Ali Hassan Mwinyi in Tanzania, Benjamin William Mkapa, Joaquim Chissano, as I've said, of Mozambique. These are people who have left office and nothing is happening to them because they are men and women of integrity. John Mahama of Ghana. There are quite a number of them now across the continent who do not fear being out of office, and they are doing great things once they leave office. But there are others who will never leave office, because the day they leave office,